Hey, what's up guys, it's Jonathan here. So I made a big mistake. So in one of my market update videos, I did say that the market doesn't care about inflation anymore. Well, we just got October CPI readings, and guess what? The market really cares about inflation still. So let's go over the CPI data for October. We'll talk about how the market reacted to the data that we got. We'll also talk about how this might affect President Biden's pick on who's the chair of the Federal Reserve. And we'll also talk about what all this means for the market. So if this video provides any value, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button, and let's get right into it. So before the CPI data was released for October, the market's expectation was we'll have an overall CPI reading of 0.6%. When we got the report Wednesday morning, it actually showed that we had a CPI increase of 0.9%. So that's a 50% beat. And unlike earnings beats, this beat is really bad. So if you analyze that 0.9% reading we got, it comes out to be about 10.8%. There was three major categories that really drove up the inflation numbers this month. The top one was fuel. Fuel was up 12.3% just in the month of October alone. So if you were to analyze that, that would be about a 1.5x on gasoline prices since the beginning of the year. Then the second big category in the CPI readings was natural gas. So the gas that we use to heat up our homes, to cook food, things of that nature, it was up 6.6% just in 1 month. These numbers are absolutely crazy. Then the third biggest category that we had in this reading was used cars. And used cars were up 2.5% just in the month of October. We did see in the earlier CPI readings, we did see used car numbers get all the way up to 10%. So 2.5% is somewhat relief, but still, it's a lot of inflation for just 1 month. So like I said, the market was expecting a 0.6% read-in, and we got a 0.9% read-in. And that result was very shocking to the market, especially given that just a couple weeks ago, the Department of the Treasury, Janet Yellen, stated, quote, "I don't think we're about to lose control of inflation," unquote. And from the looks of things, it's looking like inflation is starting to become a little out of hand. As soon as the report was released, there was a lot of movements in the pre-market. So high PE and growth stocks fell pretty sharply on this news. But some companies like Tesla recovered pretty quickly, whereas other high growth companies like Etsy didn't recover. As usual, anytime we get really high inflation readings, Bitcoin rallied on this news. It actually rallied better than gold. So for all of you Bitcoin hodlers out there, that may be a really good sign that the market actually likes Bitcoin a little bit better than gold as a store of value. But that's a topic for a whole different video. Bitcoin ran about 7% within 45 minutes of this news being released. So another catalyst for what we saw happen in the markets on Wednesday was a drama with the Federal Reserve chair position. So after the market closed on Tuesday, news came out that the Biden administration interviewed Lael Brainard for the Federal Reserve chair position. And most people thought that Biden was going to keep Jerome Powell as the Federal Reserve chair. But with this news about the Biden administration interviewing her for the position, it definitely doesn't look like that anymore. And one thing that the market never likes is uncertainty. So the possibility of a new Fed chair does cause for some concern to the markets. Even though Brainard has very similar viewpoints to Powell, some people say that Biden may make the switch just more based off of his political agenda, given that she's a Democrat versus Jerome Powell, who's a registered Republican, and the Biden administration has made it a point to put more women in these high-ranking positions. But if Biden does decide to make the switch, it will cause a lot of chest pain for the market. So this is something that you should look out for because it may create really good buying opportunities on some of your favorite stocks. Especially given that the market is dealing with some of the worst inflation readings that we've had in the past 30 years. So what does all of this mean? So when it comes to inflation, that means that inflation fears and the fear of runaway inflation is back on. But it's very important that we look at the CPI data next month. Next month's CPI readings will include the Fed starting to taper on their purchases of mortgage-backed securities and bonds. And if we do start to see these continued runaway inflation fears, we may start to see a sell down in some very high growth and high PE stocks. So I personally will be looking for opportunities to buy into those. Now, when it comes to the Fed chair position, if Jay Powell isn't selected, that could cause some serious pain to the market as well. And it could really put the brakes on the rally that we've seen in the market over the past couple of weeks. If Rainier ends up being selected for the position, it's not the worst situation since she has very similar viewpoints to Jerome Powell. But like I said, the market will still not be fond of the change. Let's say Biden goes completely off script and selects someone that's a little more eager to raise rates, or someone who's considered more hawkish. In that situation, the market will really suffer, and we may start to see a very strong bear market. So for me, I'm going to be looking at the CPI data and what happens with this Federal Reserve position. This could be some really good catalyst to start buying the dip on some of our favorite stocks. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It greatly helps out the channel. It helps push this video out to as many people as possible. If you enjoy my perspectives and the way I explain things, consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. I wonder, what do you guys think about the inflation readings that we just received? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys' thoughts on this are. Also, follow me on all my social medias. I try to post there every day. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.